Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Eva 2. This is the spring update, the beta. And we are chugging along in one of our new lines. We're heading towards Fort Worth. And there's a pretty cool thing here. If I hit the H button, I can sound the horn. Hey. Okay. Getting out of here, that's it. It's a pretty cool little train bus thingy that we've got going on over here. And yes, lots of comments. Thank you so much for them. I do appreciate all your comments. Lots of people are suggesting we should work on the game speed, which is something I've forgot about from the last time we played. It basically makes the date go slower, even though the playing speed is about the same. So I'm switching that to half speed, just so that we don't progress through vehicles and things too quickly. So that's basically what we're doing over here. Let's continue our ride along. Ooh, it's a bit of a nice through the orchard over there. It's a nice little full through there. Anyway, that's the one comment that I received, and I absolutely appreciate that, and I forgot about it, and so that's what we'll do. The other one that we've got as we're heading into Fort Worth, which is a whiles away still, is that there's this feature that when you're building roads, you can actually say player ownership. And apparently, well, that's what I get from the comments. I haven't actually tested it, so we will actually have to test it. Player ownership is... if we take player ownership, apparently it means that people can't actually build on it. And so that's something that we could do to try and avoid buildings within the towns. Though I would like some buildings. I just don't want buildings to... I don't want the stuff to expand next to where I want to build the rail, or the rail station. Now, so that's something we'll experiment on. The other suggestion was that maybe we should just build a little bit, few tracks in there, which I think is also a good idea, because that can't be included in the expansion of the town. Oh, look at the closing of the gates over here. Nice. And so that's an option over there. And then people were also suggesting that I should build cargo stations or cargo truck stops within the towns if I don't need it, because I could just put a cargo drop-off there. And yes, absolutely understood. But again, with what I'm trying to do here is making sure that we've got a room for expansion. So I'll continue to probably do that, but we will try and save money, which is kind of what I've been trying to do all along as we arrive here at Fort Worth. Hello, everybody. How many people are actually here? 26, so a bit of a full load, I think. And, oh, I don't think I've got the HUD on. Oh, here we go. I think the HUD is on. Yeah, the HUD is on. There we go. So got some money from that. Now, something else that people have been complaining about is saying that in this game, we need to, because these industries are being lost, we need to do them very, very quickly. So we need to go get them connected before they disappear. Now, if they are industries you need, or you believe you will be using over here, like I've done with the construction materials, very useful to have the construction materials right over here, then I absolutely agree. Get them connected and do your thing. But they will be replaced by others. So while some industries will go away, new industries will also pop up. And so you may find that this area will in the future be home to an industry that's even more useful to our operation here than this. So I'm not going to be bothered by these industry closing things. I'm definitely not going to try and chase getting them all hooked up or anything like that. It's just not going to be a feasible way of playing the game. So let's speed up the gameplay while we've slowed down the time that's elapsing and in the plan. And one of the key things we want to do now is get potentially what are the machines connected over here. So we've got food connected. I would like to get machines connected if at all possible, so that we can see about the expansion of additional products. So machines we can get over here. And in order to do that, we need to do this. Ooh, we could also get machines done here and then ran that way. I believe this is a new one. This is a new one that's been created here. That's why it's not connected to anything. But I don't think we can supply it with anything. So one of the things that we could potentially do is hook that up to get some planks done here, which will go into the machine's components. We also need to get steel done, which I'm not too sure. This will be quite a distance to get that working. So the question that I always have with these kind of things is, do I go and set up a bit of a truck line to start making these things work? So I think we can do that. And then from there, we'll do this one. The issue will be, we'll probably need another bridge over here and do a very similar thing through here. It'll be quite an expansive one to get that up and running, but I do want us to get machines into New Haven. That would be useful if we can get that done. So let's see what we can do with that. Our money is looking pretty decent. I'm gonna take it pretty slow here. So let's build ourselves a truck stop depot thing over here, and I think that setup right there is good, and we'll save a bit of money by not expanding it just yet, because that shouldn't be a big problem. We will want to drop stuff off over here once it's been created, so probably flip it around, put it in something like that. We would also need to... Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, that's probably okay. That's probably okay. We don't necessarily need this one. We will need to pick up some stuff over here at the mine. So can we... Okay, let's pop it on the other side. It's going to cost us less money, I think. Why is it so pricey? Anyway, a few extra bucks is probably not the end of the world. And new industry is available. As I've told you, there we go, new industry right there. And some more vehicles have arrived. They are pretty pricey though. So we're making a fair bit of money at this stage. So that's this one. Oh, actually, we may not have needed that. I'm spending a lot of cash everywhere. We definitely need to pick up this. This is one that we'll need. So I'll do that. We'll hit that. So we need to grab that and run it over here and then drop those things off this way. At the same time, we need to do something over here. So let's build a bit of a road. Probably is these medium country roads. So let's get a medium country road connected over here. I will just be doing a straight shot across the river like that, and we will replace the bridge if we deem it necessary. Can we? Oh, look at that curved bridge over there. If we do the curved bridge, it means that we're getting closer to the direction of travel as required. And it's not even more expensive. So let's just place that in there. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and line this guy up. A little bit of cash to get that done, but that's about the same cost, the cost of a truck. So we'll do that. We'll get this one up and running. Now, the problem is we're going to have lots of stuff that's going to run empty. And that's my big concern over here, is the stuff that's going to run empty. So I think we're going to have to do a little something like this, I think. Yeah, let's place that over there. It's not the end of the world. We'll definitely want to pick some stuff up on this side. Now, the question is, do we just run individual little lines, or do we do something a little bit more extreme? Okay, so that should, okay, so let's see about our lines. Let's keep it running. Okay, and then a new line. We want to pick up so logs over here and take it to this facility over there at Fort Worth. And then the question is now for me, do we drop it off in here so that we basically get it to this point? And then what I was kind of wondering is whether we bring that through this way and then, ooh, I like that. I like the idea of potentially doing that. So let's bring it in here. That'll be the end point for that journey. Even though they're not going to use it there, then we'll have to set up another journey to get it over here, but we could actually use trains to get that done. So let's set that up for the time being. We'll call this the Fort Worth planks, right? That's planks is what we're creating here. Fort Worth planks, and we'll do that. And what I'll do with all of these, I'm gonna say go any platform because of flexibility reasons. Okay, so that's a bit of a setup there. Now, I'm not going to get that up and running just yet, and for that reason, we might want to pause it because now we're in the serious risk of getting some of those things lost. So we can certainly start running some stuff over here, but we just need to plan out where those things are going to go. And now the question for me is always around, do we run it in here? Is this connected? I believe it could be. I believe it could be if we go ahead and do a little bit of an expansion job here. Now, got about 10 million, and I'm kind of tempted to go and expand things a little. Okay, so let's do that. Let's clear these guys off just a little bit. And now what I'm going to do is I would like to expand our platforms. Now the question is, we can certainly put an extra rail in there for, if we do rail, right? If we do this, we could probably use, yeah, let's do that. I think that makes sense. Oh well, it's the only thing that actually does make sense here. So let's do that. Did we expand that any further? Oh, actually, those, I believe they're, oh no, they're probably not. Shall I trim it out? Let's trim it out. That's fine. Let's do that now. Cargo buildings. We want cargo platforms. Passenger platforms, cargo platforms. So now, if we have a cargo platform in here, right, we can add a cargo platform in there. Okay, that means this line can go both ways, so that's okay. And now we would like a cargo building, please. And I wouldn't mind just slotting a cargo building. It's colliding with, ooh, crap. So we'll have to go with this one then. That one will fit. So what we'll do is we'll squeeze that one in. Okay, so we'll squeeze that one in. That's okay. Cargo building has now been included. I think I'll go ahead and grab an extra pair of tracks while we're at it over here. Probably even, well, one more for the time being. Probably not. So I think that should do us for the time being. So now the question is, does this thing, oh yeah, it does connect over there. So what I can do is I can now run stuff all the way this way. So what I'll do for the time being is let's make a connection. Let's just make a connection through. We do need to connect it somewhere, like so. Let's can I just get rid of the signal and not the track? Thank you. There we go. Signal is gone. So I was thinking a little something along the lines of that, and then in there. So we'll do a little something like this for the time being. This will probably be reworked in the future. So now we'll add some signals there, there, and there. And that means we can now run a cargo train in here. We don't have a cargo situation on the other side. I will unpause it again a little bit. You do need to run a little bit of that. Now, if we run, where will we do? I'm worried about those things. So let's see. So what can we do in terms of setting up a cargo situation? And one thing that I was kind of wondering about, instead of joining the two over here, can I do can I do another one just down here? Oops. Let's do that. Let's try a little something over here. I'm not sure how well it's going to work, but I'm going to do it cargo station. We'll flip it to the edge there. I'm going to need to do a bit of fine work here. Now I want to be able to switch tracks in between. So probably something like this. I wanted to see if this kind of setup will work. I get it a little closer there. Okay, so if we do that, right? I think that's kind of what I'm after. So that gives us one. We should be able to expand. Ooh, question is how can we really expand them? But wrong button. Okay, now. So what I was thinking, here I will go grab the configure. We will go and add this in here. Actually, and for the time being, that'll work really well. And then what we'll do is we'll put a bit of extra track in there. We'll effectively tie that track in that way, right? And now the question is, do we run the extended track? We probably need to run the extended track at some point. Where's this? My track start doubling on this side over here. Okay. Okay, we don't need to do that now, but what we can do is we need a little bit of this going on. And then we'll do a little bit of that. Okay, so we'll run a little something like this. We'll put some signals in here to try and block those blocks off. So that should work. So now we should be able to run a freight train taking the planks back over here. And this thing is leaving, so we will have to set up that one. Now, the planks can then from here be delivered this way. And that could be potentially done by rail or by truck. I think I'm going to do it by truck because the machines need to go back into town. Beautiful. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So that'll run the line in both directions. So let's set up that line. So that needs to run from here to there. Now the question is, does it pick up stuff over here or not? Probably not. Probably not. Because otherwise we're going to we're going to have some issues with it. So this is going to be New Haven machines. Okay. New Haven machines will run there. And now the only thing I need to do still is bring along these guys. Oh. I could, again, now the issue with this is that we're not actually running anything back in terms of the freight stuffs. Is there anything we could run back this way if we did bring it this way? We could have run that back this way. Is that a better setup? Should we forego this one, set it up over here, and run the steel back into that direction? Planks this way, steel that way? No, but then we're not using this though, right? Planks is then also not going to go that way. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. We need to think about these things. That's okay. So this one, there's a line that's going to run that. There's a line that's going to run this. And then there's a line, and potentially both those lines can stop off over here. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. So let's set up a line. So we'll say a line from there to here to here. Well, the type of vehicles may differ, right? So let's just say this is going to be New Haven. What is that? I don't even know what this is. That's iron. So this is coal. This has to be coal, yeah? Coal. And a new line from there to there. And that's going to be New Haven iron. Okay. And then a line from here to here. So we could run a different vehicle. And if it's empty for a little section, it's going to be okay. And this is going to be New Haven steel. Okay. Okay, so now there's numerous lines being set up over here, and the hope is that that is, in fact, appropriate. So let's start looking at some vehicles for these lines. So we're going to use these lumber products. So what are we going to buy for the lumber products? We're looking at cargo. We're going to try and do something here. They are not appropriate. These guys, this guy could be appropriate, 40 kilometers an hour, 60 kilometers an hour though. This can do all cargo, 12 capacity. Yeah, that's definitely going to be the one we're going to take. Let's start with, I think about 6 of them, just as a starting point, just to get the industries running. So let's link those up, Fort Worth planks, start running that line for us. The other ones that we're after is these iron ones. So I'll grab one of them. So let's buy again. And what we're after is this guy. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. That's good. So let's grab probably around, let's just start with another 6 of them again. We can add more as we need to. And we would like to put that to New Haven iron. The New Haven iron line. Now, we can also do 6 for the New Haven coal line. Let's do another 6 for the New Haven coal line. It's going to be these guys again. Another 6 buy for the New Haven coal line. Thank you. And then we'll need a few of these, but maybe that's not straight away. We'll definitely need to put something together for the train over here. Ooh. What can we do in terms of a train? Let's have a quick look at something that's going to be cheap and effective. A small diesel, maybe. That is a pretty reasonable price. These guys are already too expensive. That at an 80-kilometer diesel train, probably about the right thing for us to do. In terms of cargo wagons, well, let's get that guy up and running. So this is going to be our wood products, or we do a little something like an orange train there. Let's add that. Oof, that's bright. It's really bright. Now let's do a cargo wagon or 2. So we would like those kind of materials to come over this way. So this is going to be a flat car with stakes, right? That one can do 80 kilometers an hour, 12 capacity versus this one. It's much cheaper, 50 kilometers an hour though. I can't really afford to run a 50 kilometer an hour here. So we will have to do at least a couple of these guys. So let's just do maybe 2 of them. Oh, crap. It's not the plan. Can I customize it? Edit selected vehicle, please. What did I do? There is one vehicle to be replaced. No, let's just edit this one. And we add one, let's get it that fancy orange color yet again. Let's get 1, 2 of them going. This is 12. That's going to move 24. So that's okay. Let's start with something small and see if we can get it working. So train 5 is ready to go. I haven't actually set up the lines. So let's build that line in quickly. Not Colorado Springs. It's going to come over here. I do need it to bring something back quickly. So you're going to pop in over here and you're going to make your way back to this guy. And I'm going to say you can use any of them, whatever is available. And that's going to be Fort Worth, New Haven, Fort Worth, New Haven, Fort Worth cargo. because that's just going to be a direct cargo connection between the two of them. So we'll get that up and running, but potentially, well, okay, so that's okay. Let's see how things go. I'm going to unpause it so we can quickly take a look at how things are going to go. I do need us to start getting money back again. We can do a little bit more. This is working. That is starting to work. I believe. Oh, what we will need to do first is set up that other line. Oh, we've got this line. Do I start running that line? Let's start running that line with a few small vehicles. Let's buy. Well, let's unpause while we buy a few more vehicles. So what I'm interested in, this guy is going to need to bring these things. So let's grab. Let's just grab 2 of them for now. 2 of them. These 2 are going to go to New Haven machines, please. So we'll get that up and running. And we'll buy 2 more of them. Actually, this could be... No. We'll have to buy 2 more vehicles there. And that could go to New Haven Steel. There we go. So now all of these demands should be registering, okay? So I'm assuming this guy will start to produce things. I can probably put the train on. Let's put the train on. Let's get the train on. I'm already paying for it. It's already standing there. I may as well assign it to that cargo line. Where is it? Where is it heading to? Going to New Haven. Awesome. Get yourself to New Haven. We are seeing money coming back in. I'm hoping some of these things will start making money. Is this being produced? Oh, it's being produced. It's being produced. And we should be managing demands. Yes, there's a demand generated there. There's a demand generated here. It's probably going to take ages. Wow, it's already producing a full amount immediately. This one as well. So we should start seeing, I'm hoping we'll start seeing, money being made fairly soon. We could, of course, move this via train as well. But what we'll need to start looking at is moving something back this way with the train. That's going to be the plan. Ooh, new Studebakers. Pretty good. Probably useful for us at this stage, but I'm not going to do the replacement just yet. Well, we might at some point replace some of the older stuff. Our money is holding, but we are going to take a rough spot while these vehicles start to do their thing. Okay, so we are starting to see this coming. So actually, where's that train line? Oh my goodness, it should have stuff to move straight away. Oh, it'll have a full load to go straight away. I like it. I like it. It's not going to come back with anything, though, which continues to be a bit of a frustration, of course, which will continue to be a bit of a frustration. But I think it's okay for now. I think it is okay. Could run some stuff from Colorado Springs. Could have. Yeah. Could have had a stop over here somewhere and run it in by train. Anyway, does not matter. Okay, so this is fully loaded. I would like to see that picking up a good number. Okay, excellent. This should work. Oh, do I not have signals? Oh, do I not? Oh, actually, it's already there. Ooh, okay. We'll have to sort this out. I'll have to build the extra track. Thought the track was probably going to be an issue. So let's see about doing that. It's not too pricey. While we've got that line there, probably worth us just linking this up on that side. Do that through there. Okay, so as soon as this guy runs through here, actually. Probably worth us doing a bit of that and adding a signal there and a signal there. Ooh, oh, well, there we go. Not quite what I had in mind, but it'll work. It'll work nonetheless. So what I'll do is once this guy's through that way, I'll link these two up and put a switch in here. Or it's called a switch, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's just clear this out. Okay, so I think that should work. Let's just link that back up. This guy through there. And that guy through there. And what we'll do is we'll just sort out a bit of a switch right here to sort things out. We'll get an extra signal there, signal that way. So there we go. That should sort things out. We'll put a signal there and a signal. Ooh, that's the wrong way. Place it to go the other way, please. There we go. So that should work, right? Okay, good stuff. Money's coming in. That connection shouldn't delay trains at all. I'm hoping that train's going to bring in a fair bit of money. Is this starting to get some stuff? Yes, some stuff is being supplied. Okay, hopefully that'll work. We'll have to add more vehicles to these routes, but I'm very keen on just getting something in here for the time being. So let's have a look. Where's our freight train coming in? Let's take a ride along. Cheers, passengers. Let's get out of there. Nice, working full steam ahead at 80 kilometers an hour. We definitely need more of these cars in there. I believe we're using these very diesel ones for the passenger line to Colorado Springs as well. So they should be able to hold up on the same line for the time being. And in we go. What I'm keen on seeing is what that number is going to be. 770. Now, going back empty is a big issue for us. So that means immediately we've got vehicles going to pick up these things. Well, if we have the vehicles kind of doing their lines at the moment. Look at this. How much is on here? Okay, we definitely need to upgrade that vehicle, I think. When it gets, just before it gets to the other side, I'm going to upgrade it. We probably need a few extra vehicles over here. Let's add a couple more. This guy is bringing in machines. Ooh, and 16 of them. Let's do 2 of these. And we'll assign that to the new, to the machines line. There we go. So they should take... Ooh, do they... Actually, can they take this stuff? Yeah, they should be able to. Nice, a new coal industry has popped up. And now, as things are starting to arrive, I'm hoping we'll start seeing machines. It's obviously a bit of a challenge to get everything to make sure it works. Just before it gets there, I'm going to quickly upgrade it so it can load a nice, decent chunk. And then we're going to have a bit of a look to see, well, money is actually rolling. Even though we've got stuff running empty, money is actually rolling. We just need to potentially get our numbers of vehicles more accurate. But I'm loving the fact that our money is looking pretty decent. Running through there. Let me quickly... Ooh, even that's still not making money. Replace the vehicle, modify the vehicle. I would like to add some more of these, please. At least 2 more, so a 48 capacity of that should be okay. So let's add that to the mix. Beautiful. It's going to run in there. It's going to have a full load, pretty much a full load. Excellent. So I'm hoping that'll make a little bit more money for us. All that I would have loved to see that guy. Yeah, so this guy is going to be stuck behind it now. Yeah, well, we still can't really do much more. Probably need an extra set of signals over here somewhere. Just to try and get these things to run a little bit more effectively. Yeah, so it doesn't have to slow down all the time. It's going to catch up to it all the time, so it's going to be okay. We could do numerous additional signals to try and get it to work. Actually, it might be away now. That's good. Add one little stop there. It might be away now. Slow down there. And now, yeah, it should be okay. Excellent. That's going to give us 1 point something million. I'm happy to see money rolling in here now. Are we starting to create some stuff? Ooh, we're starting to create some stuff. I like it. The oil well is going to move away. That's running quite nicely through here. This guy should be tracking along at 80, right? Oh, not even 80 yet. Ooh, more fancy trains and planes. Should we slow this thing down a little bit more? Let's do a little bit more. We're going through these things too quickly. And how much money is this going to give me? 1.5 million, which is not bad. And the line is seemingly making money. Seemingly the line is making money. At some point, I'll have to replace some of these things. Won't take any of that. Yeah, that's okay. We're probably slowing these guys down a little bit. We could replace it with a different style of vehicle at some point. How much do I have here? Oh, actually, I think this line is starting to look pretty decent. I'll have a look at the lines now just to see what we're getting. Are we starting to give a little bit of demand in here? Not yet, but we should hopefully see some stuff be delivered here really soon. Look at all of this lumber ready to go. We obviously don't have the vehicles on this guy. Oh, look at that. This guy's delivering some stuff. This guy is delivering for us. There we go. We're starting to provide a little bit of demand. And the hope is that we will see this guy expand its stuff now. I'm hoping that's the plan. Okay, I'm hoping as soon as this runs a little bit longer, I'm hoping that'll start to see some stuff. Let's have a quick look at our line statistics. Okay, so construction materials doing well. CS local, poor, usually the case. Fort Worth local doing decent job because it's only, I think, the two vehicles. CS Colorado Springs there. Fort Worth Blanks is making money. Nice, I like that. New Haven Food is making money. New Haven Coal is making money. New Haven Iron is making money, which is the one that I was really worried about. That's a long distance to run empty. Okay, that's fine. What we have to do is see about getting these numbers a little closer together. So we need to add a few more vehicles to this one. New Haven Local is fine. New Haven Machines is making money. Okay, but because that's running in both directions. So we could potentially start adding some extra vehicles to it. New Haven Steel is making money, which is a big surprise. That's making money. I must say, it's a fair bit of surprise in it over here. What I would like to do is take New Haven Iron and get it a little bit closer to that. So we'll have at least the same kind of number running. Yeah, we need to get, give me manage vehicles. Actually, we need to clone a couple of vehicles. We could, hang on. I know the replacement is a bit of a thing. Let's just replace all these vehicles with, is this which one here can we, oh, actually, oh, that's the one. That's the one. So we'll replace that. It'll carry more. Let's replace all of them. And that could see us run something a little bit better. We look at those line statistics now. Did that make a change at all? Oh, this is the rate that we're after, right? So we need to compare these two rates. So this one is now, annual throughput is 64. Anyway, keep an eye on it. But yeah, we need to get those rates about the same. I think it is a 1-to-1 ratio, right? Yeah, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So we need to get those rates fairly similar. So let me add a couple of vehicles to that mix. I want to add a couple of these Studebakers, just 2, I think. Add 2 of them, and they're going onto the iron line. And then if we go to the iron line, maybe that rate is a little better now. Closer. Maybe one more gets us there. Or actually, yeah, if we want to update those, we'll get there. Okay. Let's grab one more, and I think we should get those rates pretty equal. Get one more, and we assign it to NH Iron. Here you go. One more going that way, and now we should have those rates fairly close. Yeah, that's close enough. That is close enough in my mind. So that should run a decent number. Now, what are we getting over here? Those are very slow in terms of getting here. Is it because they're always waiting? Do we need an extra vehicle on that line? So NH Machines. One thing that I could certainly do is manage the vehicles on here and just upgrade these guys. Let's replace those to these Studebakers over here. They will be able to run the machines and yeah, absolutely. So let's do that. Perfect. Now, can we have a quick look? Has this demand done anything for us yet? Do we have level 2 buildings? Should have level 2 buildings, right? Ooh, probably need to end this episode. Our money is looking pretty decent, so we are doing a decent job. We can look at further expansions and upgrades and better trains on some of these lines. Definitely worth us having a look. For the time being, what I'm a little bit worried about is what's going on over here. Can I see this? These are... They should be generating more stuff. Do I have a setting wrong? Hang on, let's have a quick look at the settings. So, over here. Then crash search. That's not really what I'm after. Graphics, audio controls. I think the game settings can't necessarily be changed from in here. Would be a bit of a bummer. Okay, well, it's not something that we're after. I'll have to keep an eye. I'm not sure why it's not adding that extra demand yet. Maybe it takes a little bit of time. Maybe we need to fulfill a little bit more of this demand in order to get there. I don't know. I thought this is going to expand and give me some additional stuff here. Ooh, look at our money. Our money is looking pretty good. Let's have a look at our chart. So we spent a lot of money to get some stuff up and running again. That's seeing a bit of a decline in our costs, expenditure, and we are starting to see a fair bit of more money in our income. We're actually almost making 10 million a year now, which is looking pretty good. Yeah, 10 million a year has been done. Still not at the end of it yet. Okay, what I will have a look at our line statistics over here. This guy is making money, even though it's running empty in one of these directions. Now the question is, can we bring something along to somewhere else? None of these other towns requires food. That one up there potentially requires food. So if we wanted to have a bit of a connection up that way, it might help us out. Now there's a Dallas oil well, which makes sense. Dallas oil wells. So I think if anything, in terms of expansion, we may just start to run this line up to Worcester and see about, well, yeah. We're not really producing anything that's helping any of these other ones. If we run towards Dallas, we could, of course, split to Dallas, and then we could share this. We could up our game over here and start sharing that over there. But I think, for the time being, let's look at it. We'll probably do a split. Let's quickly expand it up there, and then we'll end the episode now that we're running a fair bit of stuff here. That is starting to look good. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing the expansion here. That is worrying me a little bit. Suppliers, destinations. So what are we saying? I'm not too sure. Yeah, that's seeing a bit of an increase here. Shopping facility population overview. I'm not sure why this isn't expanding. It's something that's bothering me a little bit, because I'm pretty sure it should have started expanding. Okay, so let's quickly start to run a line up here into Worcester, and I think if we run it in here and take a few houses out, is probably about the right thing. But those will be pricey to do. So I may get it accessing this way instead. So let's quickly see where we're going to place that. So let's grab this guy. I'll probably spin it around so it can hug. Hug that side. It's gonna cost us a pretty penny to do that, but it'll be so much better if we actually have it in there. Probably bring it out a little bit more like this. Oh, there we go. Town of New Haven demands new cargo type goods and new cargo types fuel, both of which I do not have access to. But anyway, that was exactly what I was after, just wanting to see that in action. So what I'm going to do is just place this guy over here. Oof. It's going to be so costly, guys, to run that through there. It's going to be really, really costly. It's going to be really costly. So the alternative is for me to just place it somewhere over here instead. So if I do something like this, we should be able to get a pretty decent connection and even connect those two roads up there. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. Let's place that one right there. Grab a little bit of road here, and it's just the normal city road, please. Do we want to do that, or do we want to run it pretty straight? I think I want to run it pretty straight like so, and then we can maybe put a little bit of a curve in there. Yeah, something like that. Something like that is probably okay. So that'll be... Is this connected? It's not even connected. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's interesting. It's not connected at all. We could do that, of course, to get it connected. Or we could run a little bit of a road through here. Will that really not connect? It wants to connect only to the front door there. That is quite an interesting one. Anyway, that's the place it's going to be. I didn't check again what the status of that was. And now what we'll do is we'll quickly run, just put our basic tracks in place here at 120. There we go. And we'll run that out of town this way. Similarly, I'm going to go out that way, right? So we can head back into which general direction? Where's the next town? Lancaster. We can head up. We can even hug that side there to go to Lancaster. Or split off to Elizabeth. Elizabeth should probably run from the other side. Wow, interesting. Anyway, I'll just do that. We'll get out of town in a fashion like this, so that'll probably link us out there. So there is going to be our next station at Worcester, and we'll link up some rail passenger lanes. Our money is starting to look pretty good, and we have our extra demands here. I was starting to worry about that. We've got our extra demands running, and this town is growing nicely, though I'm a little disappointed about what I'm seeing over here. But anyway, we should be able to deal with that for at least a little while before we spend money to remove some of these buildings to expand that station even further. But yeah, New Haven is starting to look pretty good. We can probably get an airport in here somewhere over down here. Maybe we'll have to have a look. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. I will see you in the next episode. Please keep those comments coming. Bye-bye.